Hi, I'm at my sister's house, and you remember I told you we were building the swing set for the babies? Actually, do you remember how we took down the old swing set? Well, my dad bought a new one, but he didn't just buy a new swing set where you like buy the parts. He bought swing set plans. He bought like a $30 PDF or something. So we're not just building the swing set, we're like drilling the holes, cutting the wood, building the swing set. And we built half of it yesterday, and we're at my sister's house. We built half of it yesterday, and we're building another half today. No, but thank you. You're welcome.
No problem, no problem. Have fun?
Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. So my sister is leaving. And we're building this without her. And if anyone has, I mean, if the babies ever question who is the best aunt and uncle, if it's not us, we will be having words. But we went to the gym and we're both in wedding cut mode. So we're starting every workout walking on the treadmill for 20 minutes. So we were walking and we hadn't seen each other all day, talked all day. So we were like debriefing our days. And I was like, yeah, I got this done, whatever. He was really busy at work. Brad works in tech, and the tariffs are really...
It's a nightmare.
He's had a rough couple weeks, but...
Tariffs, export controls.
Anyways, we're talking about our days, and then we both have tomorrow off because it's Good Friday. So then we were also just talking about things that we need to do tomorrow. We're gonna clean out the basement this weekend. I need to film 2 brand deals. I have merch launching next week, and I want to take pictures and stuff for like promos for the merch. We need to do that. We need to go to Costco just because we did a really good job eating all of our food, but that means we're out of food. And so we were like, oh my gosh, we have to do all these things. And on top of that, we have sand tonight at 8:45. So we're walking on the treadmill, and I was like, and we're talking all about that. And then I was like, oh, I did so much today, I didn't even eat lunch. And Brad was like, I didn't eat lunch either. And I was like, what if we walked for 20 minutes? And then we went and got lunch at 4:30 in the afternoon. So that's exactly what we did. And so Brad got us Chick-fil-A, and now we're over here to build the swing set. And then we gotta do all these things, and then we have sand at 8:45. But we don't have work tomorrow. We're not sleeping in though, because we got things to do. Welcome back to another vlog.
Flat ones first.
Flat ones.
Flat ones first.
Press top of legs tightly together. Use your speed square to mark a straight line across the top of both legs. See picture 3. Like so. Press top of legs together. Use your speed square to mark a straight line across the top of both legs. See picture 3. Uh-oh, we're leaning.
I got it. Are you going to come towards me?
You're not even helping that.
Okay.
And that's what's important.
Okay, go sit down.
The crusty fry.
I hope. I don't even know.
And then you need to turn the bottom of it.
There we go.
It's
Are you sure it's not too fat?
A little flat. Maybe we shouldn't tighten it down yet. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Slide right.
Well,
start bottom rotating.
There you go. There. Whoa, too far.
got it.
Way too far.
Well, it's in though.
Hold on, I'll help you.
huge. But then it would be down. It would be down at an angle. You got it, Dad. Go.
Now raise yours up, and then we'll go forward. Hold on.
We're coming toward you.
I got it. Yeah.
Get down.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Probably like that.
Okay, so it's kind of done. There's like a awning, whatever, that goes over here. There's a slide that goes on this side, and then my dad's gonna build a rock wall on the back. So this was taller than where it needed to go, so we had to dig it into the ground, but here she is. Good morning. I have been up. I took Nall's balls on a walk. I ate breakfast, and it is 8:37, and I am on my way to meet my mom at Hobby Lobby so we can arrange some flowers and see kind of what we like for the wedding, because Hobby Lobby, their flowers are on sale like every other week or something. So once we figure out like the arrangement that we like, we'll just go and slowly gather every week. So my bouquet, the moms, if they want wrist corsages or like a pin or whatever, the dad's boutonnieres and Brad's boutonniere are all gonna be real flowers, and I'm just getting them from Costco. So those are all gonna be real flowers, and then everything else is gonna be fake flowers because who cares? So since the cakes are centerpieces and we don't need a ton of flowers on the table, that's good. And then I have this vision for the bar. Let me show you. Something like this, or like this. Like just something on like this. I'm gonna make a sign in Canva with like all the drinks and whatever. Just something on the side of the bar. And then there are obviously like the tables that people will eat at. And then there are 4 or 5 like little, like 2-seater tables around the venue. It's outside. And so they just, I mean, they operate as a distillery normally. So there are tables out on their patio, their outside part, whatever. And they're just like little 2-seater tables like you would see at like a coffee shop or whatever. But we still get those. They're outside, we still get to use them. So I want to put a little something on those. So not a ton, honestly. Not a ton. And then the arch that we get married in front of, we will need to decorate that, but we have to find it first. Or buy one. Whatever. And decorate that. But nothing crazy. Okay, so the vibes of the wedding, like these are like the colors. Like I just want color. And I mean, I realize the color's pink. But like when I sent my friends, I was like, I don't have bridesmaids, but I was like, if you guys wanted to pick within this color palette, like this is what I mean. And so since we have cakes at the center of the tables, we just found these here at Hobby Lobby, but I have like 60 of these, and so we're just trying to fill it. What did she say?
Well, accents are not on sale.
This is an accent?
Yes, see the sign.
Oh.
Sticker.
So we're just gonna have to get big ones and cut it. Are they ever on sale?
That I don't know.
Also, I got these arches. It says $39.99, but they're also 40% off. Me and my mom just ended up picking a bunch of flowers in that pinky orangey color family that we liked. And then I texted my 2 best friends who I just went to the beach with, and I was like, hey, whenever you're free, they are way more artistically inclined than I am. And I was like, whenever you're free, if you want to like come over for like a little flower making night. And then whatever we all put together, then me and my mom will go back and buy more of that and then return the ones we didn't use. But now I'm at Michael's because I need to get pictures and stuff for the promo stuff for my merch. And I'm thinking I want to do like a white backdrop and spray paint. So I'm gonna see what Michael's, obviously they'll have spray paint, but it's like, do I get a sheet or, I kind of got to figure that part out. So the Michael's I went to was right next to a Home Depot. This is important. So I went into Michael's, I got the spray paint. I don't know why I thought they were gonna have sheets. I don't know. But either way, I left Michael's and I went to Home Goods to get sheets. I was next to a Target, but I think it's important that you all know that I have not shopped at Target all year because they rolled back all of their DEI stuff and they're terrible people. And so me and Brad have boycotted Target since that happened because we don't stand for that. So there was a Target, but I went out of my way to go to Home Goods so I could get sheets. So I got 2 of the cheapest queen sheets that they had because one, my thinking was, so I'm gonna spray paint these sheets. Well, I'm gonna spray paint one sheet. My thinking was that if I messed up, I have a second one, but my thinking was also to like double line it because I don't know where I'm gonna hang this, and if it's in the house, I don't want the spray paint to like bleed through if it's like on a wall or something. So anyways, I'm leaving Home Goods. Brad calls me and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm buying sheets. He was like, great, I need you to go to Home Depot. I was like, I was just there. Well, I was next door. So either way, Brad is fixing stuff in the yard, and the stuff that he had to fix stuff in the yard dried up or something. I don't know. He sent me a picture and now I gotta go back to Home Depot to buy something that Brad needs. So we're gonna do that and then we're gonna go home. When I say that okay, so we live downtown. We are actively trying to move more towards the East End. And by actively, I mean, we talk about it a lot. We like, in theory, we could buy a house right now, but don't want to. If we can just wait and not have 3 mortgages for this house, the duplex, and then a 3rd house, that would be really cool. But it will probably be towards the end of the year, which is fine. Regardless, the point of me saying that is we live downtown. A lot of our life is in the East End. And that's really frustrating because it is a lot of driving. So when I just went to Hobby Lobby and Home Depot, did all that stuff with my mom and whatever, that is in the East End. That's like 12 minutes from my parents' house. However, it's like 22 minutes from here. So I did all that this morning. I come back here. Brad's like, okay, what do we have to do today? Here's what I have to do / we have to do today. I have 2 brand deals that I need to film today. One is like on the go. So like when we're in the car, which is fine, whatever. One is here. That one's fine. But there are some brand deals where I'm like, I should wash my hair for this. Like just look a little more presentable. Okay. There are some where if it's like the gym, it's okay because I'm just going to the gym, right? So anyway, so I have 2 brand deals. I need to do that. We need to, and then to shoot for the merch, our little photo shoot, I am gonna shower and wash my hair for that because of course. Great job. So we need to do that. We need to go to Costco because we're out of food. And on top of that, we need to go to the gym. Well, Costco and the gym are literally where I just came from, in the East End. So like, yesterday, when we were talking about like, we need to organize our day, well, this is the shit I'm talking about. It's like, I was just there. So like, Brad wanted to go to Home Depot early, even though I still had to go for him, to do stuff in the yard, and he has been doing stuff in the yard. When we first moved in together, we made a deal that Brad was in charge of the outside and I'm in charge of the inside, which really just means that like I'm in charge of groceries, Brad is in charge of lawn care. And we still, it's a very like gender norm structure, but it works. But either way, like I know Brad wanted to do those things early. However, he couldn't do some of it because he didn't get what he needed at Home Depot and I had to get it anyway. But like he could have just gone with me to Hobby Lobby and to meet my mom. And from there, we could have gone to the gym together. We could have done Costco on the way home. And then we wouldn't have had to leave the house the rest of the day. Now we have to leave the house like 6 times today. This is like the biggest first world problem on the planet, and I understand that, but like it just can get a little frustrating when you, like I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. I feel like I'm just in the car running back and forth. But, so I think I can do one brand deal just right now. I'll just like maybe not do a braid, and maybe I'll just do a little bun or something. You know what, I could probably keep the braid. I'll just wash my face and like put on mascara or something. And that could probably work. And I could just knock that out while Brad is finishing in the yard. So then we decided Brad finishes in the yard. We go out, we go to the gym. Right now it's 11. Yeah. We go to the gym. We eat lunch out, which is annoying because we ate out twice yesterday, not on purpose. It was lack of planning. So we eat lunch out, which is also frustrating because we started this cut and it's not impossible to track eating out, but it does make it harder. It's just, that's the name of the game. So we're gonna finish this, go out, go to the gym, go eat lunch, go to Costco, then come home, and then we're home for the day. But my worry, and this is where first world problem comes in, my worry is that's like a 4-hour ordeal. We come home, by the time I shower, do my hair, whatever, it's too dark to do the photo shoot because like our house is pretty dark. Like we have windows, but they're not like huge windows. The rooms in my house, they're not that big. My ceilings, they're not that tall. So it's not like a lot of light at night, or like, oh, and I don't really have ceiling lights. All of my ceiling lights are in fans. So if the room doesn't have a fan, there is no ceiling light. And so just by default, the house is dark because there's not a lot of ceiling lights. It's an old house. It's 100 years old. It's actually 101. Last year was her birthday. So my other worry is that the house gets too dark for like a brighter photo shoot. Like we need, like honestly, if we could do it in the kitchen and somehow figure that out, that's not a terrible idea. Because the most light is here in the kitchen and in the, I'm gonna call it a landing upstairs. Like when you walk up the stairs to the office and the guest room, there's like a little landing. There's not much room up there, but that gets the most natural light. And like that was actually my original vision, was up there at that landing. And so if it becomes too dark, and because this is a 4-hour ordeal, we come home, by the time I shower and do my hair, which takes like an hour, and I want to get this up to, this is me just complaining. And I want to get this up today because I'm going to release these on Tuesday. And so I want there to be ample time. Like, I just feel like if I post tomorrow, it's Saturday, and I'm like, oh, you have 3 days to prepare for it. It doesn't feel like enough time. I don't really know marketing at all. But I just feel like 3 days isn't enough time for like a quote unquote launch. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to put on makeup and redo this really bad slick back and film the one brand deal before we have to go to the gym. I'm annoyed. Finally made it to the gym. It's 1:20. I'm so stressed out. I'm so anxious and I'm annoyed. Like, we're not gonna get home until like 4. Oh, this pisses me off. Okay, it's 2:11, so I got us out of here in under an hour. Brad wants to go get lunch, which I also want lunch. But the place that he wants to go to is like a sit down place. And then we gotta go to, I'm telling you, we'll be home at 4. I'm calling it right now. Do you love? There's more, don't worry, but we're gonna start off with the t-shirt. So there's a t-shirt, there's a crew neck, and then there's a sweatshirt. And I love them all so much. It's a little later than I wanted because on the way home, me and Brad both very much hit a wall. So we took a little bit of a nap. Also, Brad says I'm not allowed to spray paint inside, so rude. But we're gonna do the pictures in the front room actually, and then we'll do the spray paint outside in the carport. This is kind of glittery. No, don't like that. Woohoo! Welcome to our photo studio. Oh my god. Okay, it's actually a kind of nice day. It's 77 outside. It's cloudy, but it's 77. I slept until like 9:30. It was awesome. It was so awesome. I didn't have a single alarm. Meanwhile, Brad got up and went to Home Depot, because of course he did. And while he was up at Home Depot, he was like, you know, I'm next to a Chick-fil-A. And I was like, you could bring us some Chick-fil-A. So anyways, and then I was like, I was about to take Nolly on our like morning walk at 11 o'clock. And my sisters were saying they were going to a rugby game. So Brad was like doing yard work and I was like, drop everything you're doing. That's not true. He finished what he was doing. But we packed in the car and now we're going to hang out with my sisters. And my middle sister, who was pregnant, had her baby last week before we went to Florida. I didn't want to say anything in my vlogs because I wanted her to be the first to announce it. So now the world knows that I have a new nephew. He's a cutie patootie. He's little. He was littler than my other niece and nephew, and even Brad's sister's daughter, our other niece, when she was born. So he's like the littlest baby I've ever held. But we're all gonna go hang out and then I get some baby snacks.
All right. I heard there's a lot of over here.
Oh, there's all these puppies. Kristen's got a baby. A bald baby. The Holy Land. Yeah, we did some damage. This is gonna be like $500. How much do you think this will be?
More than I want to pay for it.
I guess. I'm gonna guess 516. No. I lied. I'm gonna go 448.
I'll say 5 flat.
Okay. Interesting. Are we playing Price is Right rules?
You can't go over?
Yeah.
Sure.
I should have stuck with my original guess. It was $560, but we paid $37 or something to get like the elite membership. I don't know. So like I should have gone with my gut. I said 516 and I should have done it. Never second guess. But anyways, now we have food forever. And the Costco we were at is next to a Chick-fil-A. And obviously we just had Chick-fil-A for breakfast. But Brad was like, we could just get lunch. I was like, brother, we just spent so much money. Let's just make taco bowls or whatever out of everything we just bought. Arguably, the most important part of the Costco haul are these spicy dill pickle chips. These are my favorite potato chips on the whole entire planet, and I can only get them at Jersey Mike's. Everyone kept saying, Costco has big bags. Our Costco didn't. Until now. I audibly like and ran away from Brad and grabbed them. I felt like 2 bags was a little unnecessary, so we got one. Doesn't really help the cut, but I am excited. Whenever we go to Costco, we do a lot of frozen, well, we get all of our protein at Costco and then a lot of frozen stuff. So if we want, I did get some strawberries, but if we want usually like fresh vegetables or fresh fruits, I'll just get them at Kroger like every Sunday or whatever. We do buy our apples at Costco. But other than that, we mainly just focus on protein. We get a lot of our carbs at Costco and frozen veggies. We really love Kevin's. They're usually just like a protein and a sauce. So they have like a Mongolian beef, a Korean barbecue beef. Then they have garlic chicken. We don't like that one. It tastes like nothing. But the cilantro lime chicken, we love this one. So we got 5 of these.
They don't ever have them.
Yeah, they never have them. And they're like 5 minutes in a frying pan and we just split it in half. And it is pretty good. We get this 4-pack of ground turkey. We get this chicken. Brad got 2 of these. He's gonna cook one this week. We'll keep one in the freezer. We always have chicken nuggets here. We get this edamame and this broccoli. We freeze all of our desserts because it's better that way. All of our carbs for maybe a month. That should be about a month. This sirloin is super good. It's already cooked. So you just kind of heat it up in a pan, and we usually just do rice and some kind of sauce. Brad uses these for his breakfast. He'll cook like 2 or 3 pieces of bacon, heat one of these in the microwave, and then put it on bread and just make a little sandwich. We've got ground beef, pasta sauce because we have a bunch of pasta noodles. Got my coffee. I tried this as a sample. It was sample day, and I tried this, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it, so then I went and got it. We usually get the fresh salmon, but we like never finish it. It comes with like 5 fillets. And we'll eat 2 and then try to freeze the rest. We don't do well. So we got frozen salmon to try. Already cooked chicken because I don't like cooking chicken. This is our lunch meat. Gotta love some cheese. All of our Kevin's, obviously. Kevin. The nice chips. And then we got a bunch of Coke Zeros and seltzer waters because Brad is a big fan of carbonation. I don't love, it's not that he likes soft drinks. He likes carbonation. I can do without carbonation, but. sister.
Yay.
We are, you know, of course, dressed up to go stand in my parents' kitchen, like Thanksgiving. So my sister has the babies the beginning of today. So we're having Easter early so we can be with the babies before they go to the other side of their family to have Easter after their nap this afternoon. Nose balls. There she is. And so we're gonna be here for a couple hours and then we need to go home and do some stuff. I got client work, we need to do some laundry, clean the house, normal Sunday things. But I think this 3-day weekend was really, it was great, but it was so great that I'm pissed that I have to go to work tomorrow. It was really unrealistic. We've had so many days of just like not stressed out from work.
It's almost like we should have only 4-day work weeks. I'd rather work 10-hour 4-day work week than whatever we call this normal routine.
Or hear me out, we just work for ourselves.
Well, that's gonna be full-time work.
I'm okay with that. I will work full time for myself. You know what I mean? On the way to my parents, we actually passed my sister's backyard. She lives like 7 minutes from my parents. And we just built that swing set so you can see the swing set from the road. She's tall, but also majestic. That is gonna be the best looking built swing set this side of the Mississippi.
There was another way to do it, which was
More money. Dang, you're getting all the cashola.
We got home from Easter, took a nap, because can I just show you this? So I rarely drink anymore because one, I don't think I'm good at it. And I think that a lot of people don't admit that. I don't think I'm good at it. Like I like drinking. I don't think I'm an alcoholic, but I like drinking. Like I think it's fun. I like having fun with my friends, but I'm not good at like, I don't know, saying no. Like if I'm out with my friends and everyone's like, let's take a shot, I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, let's take another shot. I'm like, yeah. I'm not good at it. It makes me feel horrible. Like why, every time I'm hungover, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why? Let me preface with, I am in the past probably 18 months have learned to just like one drink at dinner and then we're good. Like, or I have also learned that I can just say no. Like I can just like not drink. And I think when you first start doing it, you think people are gonna judge you or it's gonna be weird. It's not, nobody cares. But like last night at dinner, which is what I want to show you. Last night at dinner I had one drink. And honestly I didn't even want it. It makes me feel horrible. It's not good for you. Like it's just like anytime I do it, like my stats like from Rita are like trash. And I'm like, why would I do that? Especially when I have like goals of like this cut for this wedding, or when I was in my bulk, I was like, that's not worth it. I've also seen the terrible decisions that people make when they drink, and it has like scarred me forever. And there was just a lot last year where I saw alcohol in the negative. Like I just saw it destroy so many things I love, and so it's really turned me off. But look at my sleep last night. I got 8 hours of sleep, and this is what it looked like. Red across the board, okay? 8 hours of sleep, and I had one drink, and that's what it looks like. So that's why I'm like, but I'm more of a gardener at the moment. I don't like I'm more of a eat it, drink it gal than a smoke it gal. I don't like smoking, but I do love an occasional cigar though. So anyways, we went to meet a friend for drinks last night, and the restaurant that we went to, they used to have a THC drink. So I was like, oh, I'll just get one of those because I've had it there before. And then they didn't have it. So I got a Moscow Mule. But yeah, one drink. Hate. So anyways, me and Brad were both tired because we slept terrible. And so after we came home from Easter, we took a nap. Brad went over to the duplex because he needed to mow the grass and like do some yard work. I'm doing client check-ins because I'm trying to get a lot done before tomorrow, so my Monday isn't as busy. And I also have to like put together my website to sell this merch. because I don't have a website. And so I need to do that. So I want to edit the YouTube video from my Florida trip with my friends, and I would love to like have it uploaded tonight. Like that would be so cool. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hi, it's Monday. I went through my entire day, like got up, did our me and Nolly's morning routine, all the things, and then had a whole day of work and just kind of lost it. And then now I'm at the gym. So I'm waiting for Brad he got off work a little late, so I'm waiting for him to join me at the gym so we can work out together and spend time together and love each other and stuff. And then we need to start cleaning for Airbnb because we have Airbnb people this weekend, and I want to do it now because I always wait until the last second, and I'm trying to avoid that. So anyways, also my merch is dropping tomorrow, so I'm trying to make sure that I am prepared for that as well. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I love you so much. Smell you later.